Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was a Balinese cat named Henry. Henry the Balinese cat lived in a sunny neighborhood filled with colorful gardens and tall wooden fences. Now, Henry wasn't just any ordinary cat. He was sleek with silky fur that shimmered in the sunlight, and he had bright blue eyes that could make anyone stop and admire him. But what made Henry the Balinese cat truly special wasn't his beautiful fur or his graceful leaps. It was his voice. Henry loved to talk, and talk, and talk some more. Every day, as soon as the sun peeked over the horizon, Henry was up on the fence, greeting every bird, squirrel, and cat in the neighborhood. On one beautiful morning, Henry the Balinese cat crept out of the house for some fresh air, and he climbed up his usual fence and he started saying to all the birds, squirrels, and neighborhood cats,
"Good morning, everyone. Did you know that I caught a leaf yesterday? It was the biggest leaf I've ever seen. Oh, and did you hear about the new dog down the street? I think the owner named their dog Buster or something. Funny name, right?"
Henry the Balinese cat would go on, and sometimes wouldn't even let the other cats talk. At first, the other cats found Henry's chatter amusing. They gathered by the fence every afternoon to hang out and share stories. But as time went on, Henry's constant talking made it hard for anyone else to get a word in. One day, the neighborhood cats were lounging on their usual part of the fence, enjoying the gentle breeze. One of the cats was in the middle of an exciting story about its latest adventure, a daring escape from a human with a broom. And just as it reached the best part of the story, Henry appeared. And without noticing that the cat was already talking, Henry the Balinese cat said to everyone,
"Hi, everyone. Guess what? I saw the funniest thing today. A squirrel tried to climb the bird feeder, but it slipped and landed in a bush. Isn't that hilarious?"
Henry was not paying attention and interrupted the other cat's story. The other cat sighed. Its story was now forgotten, and everyone was just paying attention to Henry, and so it hopped down from the fence and went away. Another time, the cats all spotted a small bird hopping around near the garden. They all crouched low, their tails twitching in anticipation. Just as one of the cats was about to pounce, Henry came over and started talking to them and said,
"Oh, wow. Are we bird watching? I love bird watching. Did you know that birds eat worms? Worms are slimy, don't you think? Oh, and speaking of slimy, I once stepped in a puddle."
Henry the Balinese cat's voice startled the bird, which flapped its wings and flew away. The other cats groaned in frustration, and they all walked away. As the weeks went by, fewer and fewer cats hung out by the fence. They all wanted to share and talk, but hanging out with Henry was not allowing them to talk, because Henry the Balinese cat would be talking all the time. So whenever Henry showed up, the cats would quietly walk away, hoping for a moment of peace. But Henry didn't notice. He thought everyone just had other things to do. One sunny afternoon, Henry the Balinese cat found himself alone by the fence. He climbed up and looked around. There wasn't a single cat in sight.
"That's strange," he thought to himself. "Where is everyone?"
Feeling a bit lonely, Henry wandered through the neighborhood in search of his friends. He spotted the cat that he interrupted a few days ago sunbathing near a bush.
"Hi there," Henry said to the cat. "Did you know the sun feels warmer on your fur after you've been in the shade? Isn't that interesting?"
The cat flicked its tail but didn't reply. It simply stretched and walked away. Henry the Balinese cat felt a little sad. He missed chatting with his friends. He missed their laughter and their stories. But he wondered why they didn't want to hang out with him and talk to him anymore. That evening, as the sky turned pink and orange, Henry sat alone on the fence, watching the world go by. But then, a crow landed on a nearby tree and asked softly, "Why so glum, little cat?" Henry sighed and said,
I don't know. It feels like my friends don't want to be around me anymore. I just love talking to them. But now they're always walking away.
The crow tilted its head thoughtfully and said to Henry, I've noticed you hanging out with the other cats, and you seem to be talking to them all the time. And talking is a wonderful thing, but listening is just as important. When you listen, you show others that you care about their thoughts and feelings. Maybe you were talking too much and weren't giving your other friends a chance to share their thoughts. Henry's blue eyes widened, and he said,
I never thought of it that way. I guess I've been so excited to share my own stories that I forgot to listen to theirs.
The crow nodded and said, "Try listening tomorrow. You might be surprised by what you hear." And with that, the crow spread its wings and flew off into the night. The next day, Henry the Balinese cat decided to give listening a try. When he saw the cat that he interrupted by the fence, he approached it cautiously. "Hi," he said to the cat, his voice quieter than usual.
Do you have any stories today? I'd love to hear them.
The cat looked at Henry surprised and said, "Well, actually, I do. Yesterday, I found a secret tunnel under the fence. It leads to the backyard with the biggest fish pond I've ever seen." Henry the Balinese cat listened intently, his tail swishing with excitement. He didn't interrupt this time, not even once. When the cat finished its story, Henry smiled and he said to the cat,
"That's amazing. Maybe we can visit it together sometime?"
And the cat agreed. The next day, word spread quickly among the neighborhood cats. Henry was now a great listener. Slowly but surely, the other cats started hanging out by the fence again. They shared their stories, planned their adventures, and even laughed at some of Henry the Balinese cat's funny observations. But this time, Henry made sure everyone had a chance to speak. And this made it more fun for the other cats to hang out with Henry. One evening, as the sun set and the cats lounged together, one of the cats nudged Henry and said, It's nice having you around, Henry. You make things more fun. But it's nicer now that we can all share our thoughts and talk together." Henry purred and said to all the cats,
"Thanks. I'm glad we can all share the spotlight. It's much more fun that way."
From that day on, Henry became the most beloved cat in the neighborhood. He still loved to talk, of course, but he also discovered the joy of listening. And in doing so, he learned that friendships aren't just about sharing your own stories. They're about listening to other stories and creating stories together. And the Balinese cat lived happily ever after. The end. The Balinese cat, or otherwise called the Balinese, or the purebred long-haired Siamese, is a long-haired breed of domestic cat that looks a lot like the Siamese cat, with beautiful blue eyes and a silky coat. People sometimes call them long-haired Siamese because they come from the Siamese breed but have longer fur and a big fancy tail. Even though they're called Balinese, these cats don't come from Bali or anywhere in Indonesia. They got their name because of their graceful movements, which reminded some people of Balinese dancers. A long time ago, some Siamese cats came to the United States and the United Kingdom, and at first people thought that the long fur was a mistake. But in the 1950s, cat lovers decided to make these long-haired kittens their own special kind of cat, which are now the Balinese. One of the first breeders, Helen Smith, was the one who gave them their name. Over time, Balinese cats started looking different depending on how they were bred. Some stayed rounder and fluffier, which people called traditional or old-style Balinese, and others became slimmer with longer faces, and those are called modern Balinese. Both kinds are still Balinese, but they look a little different. There are also other Balinese cats with different fur colors, like red, cream, or striped patterns, and those are called Javanese, or the color point long hair. Balinese cats are smart, playful, and love being with people, just like their Siamese cat relatives. Balinese cats have soft, medium-length fur that feels silky and smooth. They have long and fluffy tails, and their bodies can be light-colored with dark patches on their ears, face, paws, and tails. Balinese cats love being around people and enjoy making friends. Balinese cats are full of energy and enjoy playing fun games. Balinese cats love to talk, with soft meows and chirps, and they can be heard talking or meowing all the time. Balinese cats are always curious and exploring and want to know what's happening around them. Balinese cats love attention, and they can feel lonely if left alone for too long. Balinese cats are very intelligent and can learn tricks. Balinese cats are also amazing jumpers and love to climb and show off their graceful moves. Balinese cats can have eye colors that range from blue to sapphire and violet. The intensity of the color can change with the age and diet. Have you seen a real-life Balinese cat before? If you have, where did you see it? Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, bye!